And the other issue is whether or not the dead ends are agreeable to your fire. I don't know if you have.
We have provided a fire lane completely around.
Do you? I don't see it on that
Oh,
plan.
It's not.
If the power lane is shown on the actual plan itself that you have in front of you, not on the artist drawing.
That fire lane is not paved though, right? That's
No, it'll be
stabilized, it's not paved though, right?
Okay. And delineated.
That may be an issue that the fire company's going to want to be looking at. To get total access to that building, especially with refrigeration in it.
Well, we anticipated that that circle around the entire building would be required by the fire company.
How big are those delivery trucks?
53.
Maximum 53 feet.
I have a big concern with the office space of the workers' parking lot being there. There's no way that you can move those spaces someplace else?
If we move them, we just have more pavement. We thought that since they're parked for the day, it was not a big issue. I mean, we could certainly re-examine that, but you have more pavement around the building than you did that.
Mr. Carney, take the mic for a second.
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman, members of the planning board, these are very good concerns that you have, and thank you for that, because sometimes you have different eyes look at it and you see different things. And as I'm looking at it, I agree with you that your comment about this loading here being behind the residences, and I think I can say with Bob here that we could probably shift that up a little bit to get that further away. We could probably put some of this office parking and wrap it around there. And I think they're very good concerns. And sir, what you said about future development. At this point, we really, although we show it, we don't have any plans at all for future development. We came to where we are because we had the pond to deal with. We didn't want to put any loading around that side because of the impact at the pond. We thought just staying away from that was the best thing to do. We did put the building back as far away from the road just because Mr. Kolomeko really has no need for any exposure. And although we did think about future development and we came in and talked to you about it, at this point we really have no plans at all. Our goal is to get Wilshire Farms building up and running because he's spending a lot of money on his own cold storage. But they're very good concerns that you have, and I really could see us shifting this up here toward the front a little bit more. That would get the headlights away from the back of the residences. And I could also see Bob making a shift. Bob, don't you think? Shifting some of these office requirements a little bit further around toward the front of the building.
We can isolate the parking from the truck traffic.
Right.
Yes.
But I would like you to also just remember that we're talking about basically 10 trucks a day, 1 truck an hour. We're not talking about a lot of traffic here. Once we get our office and our warehouse people in there, they're going to stay there all day. They're not going to accept trucks afterwards, so there will be no in and out movements. So I would just like you to remember that. We're not talking about something across the street, they're 10, 12, 15 trucks an hour. We're talking about 10 a day. So basically 1 an hour. Yes.
Can somebody scale off to me the distance between your property line and the building?
Over there?
Yeah.
Yes, we'll be happy to do that.
I'm just throwing this out there as a way to maybe address the concerns. If that parking lot and that loading dock wasn't there and the building shifted more west.
This way?
Yes. And you took that end of it and put it on the backside end of it, would that fit without putting that building too close to the property line, number one? It would address the concerns of the noise, the headlights, because now your lights will be flashing onto a pond. You'll be in the back of the building. You'll have the whole building and blocking sound issues.
That's an interesting idea. But that end of the building by the pond is where all our refrigeration equipment will be placed. That's the freezer end of the building, which is why it's placed there. I would think we could even consider eliminating the secondary loading area, if that's a real concern. We were just, allowing for the possibility of separating receiving from shipping. But initially, it will all be done on the north side, and it could possibly always be there. So if that's the bad issue, that location of those loading docks, we can design that way.